Namaste everyone. Thank you very much first of all for joining me at this time in this tutorial. So in this lecture, I'm going to talk about Jenkins, how using Docker you can set up Jenkins on your local machine. That's what we'll be learning in this video. So let's dive into the platform and check out the steps. So the first thing you have to do is you need to install Docker desktop on your respective device. It's very easy to install it, right? You can simply write Docker desktop in the search box of Google, and it will redirect you to a website where you will get to see options through which you can download the exe file, the setup file of Docker. And once the Docker is there on your device, you have to, it may ask you to sign in on this platform named Docker Hub. Let me just show it to you. That's the one. So it may ask you to sign in or create your account on this platform. So you'll have to do it. And once your account is there on this platform, so let me just sign in into my account and show you the ID with which I have created my account on this platform. So it's with name Jan Gaurav 126. And right now, as you can see, I am signed in into my desktop Docker also with the same ID. See, the ID is getting reflected right on the top over here. Let me bring it down. Yeah, this is the one, right? So I am already signed in my signed into my Docker account. It's time for me to show you how using Docker you can create a full-fledged Jenkins platform. So for that I need my CMD, and here I have some commands inside this Jenkins file. Just give me a very short moment. Let me open it. Okay, so this is the command through which I can install, or you can say set up Jenkins. I'm going to brief you about this command. Don't worry about it. Let me open command prompt, and here I need to paste the command. So this is the command. Okay, you can just note it down somewhere if you want. So I would like to run my Jenkins on port number 8080 on my local machine. Right, then all the files of Jenkins should be stored in this directory. Okay, var Jenkins underscore home. So by default, it goes and gets saved in this directory. But if you want to define it manually, that's the way you can do it. And because it is going to be the latest one, so LTS for that. LTS stands for latest. Now, if I will execute the enter button, let's see what will happen. So because I've already created Jenkins many times on this through this command on my device, so that is the reason I'm getting only this ID over here. But when you will be doing it for the first time, definitely you will get to see number of lines. Okay, and finally you will get this thing. Right now I would like to just check the Docker PS. So the image of Docker which this command has created for me, that is what I am checking. So this is the container ID. Right now, I would like, now my Jenkins is up. Let me just tell you that, but how to access it? I need a password, right? So how to get that password now? It's very easy. You can simply put this command here, Docker image, sorry, Docker logs, and then I think if need to copy this container ID and I need to put it here. Let's execute the enter button. So Docker logs, and after that the container ID needs to be defined. And once you're done with that, you will get to see this message over here. Please use the following password to proceed to installation. So that's the password through which we can get into the Jenkins platform. So let me just run that Jenkins platform first. And for accessing it, I need to use 8080. That's the port on which I can view my Jenkins platform. So when you will be doing it for the first time, that's the whole thing you will come across. So starting Jenkins, and very soon it will redirect us to the screen where we will be asked to put the password, the command prompt gave us. So let's see how much time it will take. And the system on which I'm running it, let me just tell you, I have 12 GB of RAM on this system, right? So if you have a 24 GB of RAM, definitely the things will become more easier for you, or you can say the browser will reload automatically when Jenkins is ready. So let's wait for some time. Okay, so that's the screen I was talking about. Now here I need to put the password. So this is the same password which I copied from the command prompt, and let's continue. Okay, no thanks. I do not want to update it. Now there are two options which it is reflecting. So I would like to go with the first one. Okay, instead of going manually and selecting all the plugins manually, let's give the choice to Jenkins to install the required dependencies. So, this is what will happen. So right now, the Jenkins is getting, the setup is being done by the system, and once it is done with downloading everything which you are able to see on this window, it will redirect us to a window where it will ask us to define the login credentials for accessing Jenkins. So we'll have to wait for a bit of time, and by the time these dependencies are getting installed, let me just pause. Okay, so once you're done with once your system is done with installing all the dependencies, it will throw you on this window where you will be asked to you know set up your Jenkins credentials. So let me just put a password here. Confirm password. Then my full name is Gaurav Jan, Kumar Jan, and then this is my email address. Right. And now I can simply save and continue. Let's see what will happen. So I would like to access Jenkins on this very port only. If you want to suppose change the port, you can definitely make the changes here, and then you can click save and finish. And I would like to now start using Jenkins. So let me show you the interface of Jenkins, and I'm going to also do a small project for you guys, so as to give you a small, brief of how you can use Jenkins. So this is the interface of Jenkins. This is how the home page of Jenkins looks like. Now I have we can come on manage Jenkins. Suppose you want to create your credentials, right? So you can simply come on manage Jenkins, and here you can find that option with which you can create the login credentials, right? Suppose you want to connect it with Docker, so you'll have to create the credentials first, then only you will be able to do it, right? Now I do not want to go into deep in this video. Maybe in the next videos I'll cover the projects of Jenkins, but for now, just to tell you how you can start working on Jenkins, let me take a small project. So new item, and here we can give a random name. So let's make it random pipe, and let's select pipeline. So basically Jenkins is used for creating pipelines, right? And CI/CD pipelines are something which you can configure in such a way that your they can be executed by the system automatically in 2 or 3 minutes, right? And it will be a regular what we call it execution. So for example, if you have a web application and you want the web application to get automatically refreshed after 2 or 3 minutes. So if it is traveling on CI/CD pipeline and you have configured the pipeline in such a way that it gets refreshed after 2 or 3 minutes. So definitely your web application also will get refreshed, right? So that's the basic thing. And let me just create a script. So how you will create a pipeline script? So for that, just select pipeline script, and here you can go with hello world for now, right? Let's select hello world. So here we have the basic structure of pipeline, right? Here we have pipeline, then we have agent init. So whether it is node, whether it is a python based application or node based application which requires npm. So I am not specifying anything here. It will work on all the types of agents. Then comes stages. This is the first stage, and that's the name of the first stage. Now what will happen in this stage? So that is there inside this steps section. Okay, so I would like to echo hello world, and let's apply the changes and simply save it. So it will again go back on the previous page, and here you will see an option called build now. Now, if you will hit build now for building the pipeline, so what will happen? Let's see. So you can see the pipeline has started building, and very soon we'll be able to see the output also. If there will be some error, it will also get reflected over here. If the pipeline executes successfully, we'll get to see the result over here. See, so it's blue in color. It means the pipeline was executed successfully. Whatever we defined was perfectly fine. Let's check out the log. So here you can see we're getting the output hello world, right? So that's how you can use pipeline. Now let me just take a small project. Need to just get rid of this window. Coming back on the notepad file on which I have a project saved. So this is the one, right? And I'm going to take, for now, let me just take this repository. Okay, this is my project one. So let's just take, let me take this one. I think you're going to like this one a lot, and you are definitely going to get a very good knowledge of Jenkins. So you can start with this project, and you can access it with this URL. Now, once you are there on this page, you can fork it, right? You need to click on fork so as to make this project your project, right? And okay, here inside it, I have a Jenkins file which contains the entire code, right? Entire pipeline code. So that's the code, right? And as you can see, it has three different stages. So the first one is build application, then we have test, and then we have something called deploy, right? And so it has three stages, right? And there is another stage with name post. So if suppose any of these stage fails, or what should happen once Jenkins executes all the three stages I've defined, so it should post a message on my email ID jangora126@gmail.com. Now, where I have learned this syntax from, let me just show you. Let me tell you that also. So for that, you can refer to the Jenkins documentation page. This is the one, right? And this is the link through which you can access this page. Okay. So basically, it contains all the required information about Jenkins. If you want to learn Jenkins from the beginning and you want to, master this, so you can go through the documentation. Definitely, it will help you a lot, and then you can check out my videos. Fine. Let's come back on the platform, and here what I have to do next is I need to come on configure. Sorry, not configure. Yeah, configure. So I'll be making some changes in the pipeline, the code of which I just defined. Here I need to, okay, where is my GitHub repository? Okay, this is the one. So I need to come back on this, and so let's copy the URL, and here, instead of going with, just a second, my mouse is troubling me a lot. I need to connect an external mouse. to my device. Give me a very short moment. Yeah, now it has started working. So need to come down, and here instead of this option, let's go with pipeline script for SCM. Right, and because it's a Git repository, so I need to select Git for now. And it's a public repo, so we need not to define any type of login credentials for getting it executed on Jenkins. Okay, and while master is there, because all the files in my repository are present in this master branch. Okay, there are four more branches here. Let me just show you them. Okay, there is only one branch. So if you have suppose two or three more branches, whatever branch you want Jenkins to execute, you can put that here, right? And after that, you need to come down, and here you can see the way Jenkins file is written. So J is in capital and rest everything is in small. So what I am telling Jenkins is that please, clone the repository, and then you have to execute the code which is present in this Jenkins file, in this Jenkins file. That is what I'm telling with this Jenkins file to Jenkins. Okay, let's apply the changes, and it's time for us to just save uh, the changes we made. And now I'm going to build the pipeline. Let's see whether we'll be able to get the correct output or not. So if you remember, I showed you in Jenkins file that there is a code present at the bottom which says that if everything goes well, or even if there is some error, a mail will be sent to your Gmail address. So by the time the pipeline is getting executed, let me just open my Gmail also. So as to just show you that mail, gmail.com. Okay, so you can see, these four steps have been executed successfully, and it's the fifth step execution which is in progress. Okay, so I think my pipeline executed successfully. Yes, I can see a green tick over here. Okay, and let me just refresh my page, and we will see a mail from Jenkins over here. I think maybe it will take some time to come. No problem. By the time let me just show you the output. So, for checking the output, you can visit the logs of these pages one by one, or you can simply, click here on #2, and here you will see console output. Click here on console output to check the changes, to check the output. And this is the output. Right? So build application, then deploy app, sending email to Jangora126, connection error, sending email, retrying once more, failed after second try, sending email. Maybe, I didn't receive the mail just because it failed to connect with the server of Gmail at present, but definitely, things happen like this. And if you want to practice Jenkins, you can refer to that documentation page which I showed you. So this is it from my side in this lecture. I hope you guys enjoyed it a lot. Please do like and share the video in your groups, and also, invite your friends to this channel of mine so that they can also learn cloud computing technology on my channel with me. Thank you very much for being there with me. Have a great day ahead. Bye bye. Take care, everyone.